Welcome to the Must Love Yarncast.
I almost said podcast. In my brain, I said podcast.
I know. It's hard to retrain.
It is.
Retrain. Yeah. This Yarncast is about yarn and knitting.
Shockingly.
Maybe occasionally crochet.
Not so much today, maybe, unless you've got something over there.
Oh, no. No. I have an update about the zipper situation for that crochet bag.
Yeah.
They didn't bring it with me. Anyway, which we bring to you from our yarn store.
Semi-weekly / monthly.
Also known as when Jen and I can manage to be in the same place.
Yeah.
And have
not
time
as
available.
predictable as one would hope.
No, definitely not. And you can find the store out on social media as Must Love Yarn. Like everywhere is Must Love Yarn. Still amazed to this day that everything was available for that.
Yeah, and it's a name that still resonates. I met someone a couple weeks ago and they were like, "What's the name of your store?" When I found out, and I was like, "Oh, Must Love Yarn, here's mine." They were like, "Oh, that's so cute. That's a great name for a yarn store."
Yes.
Lucky. Got lucky.
We did get lucky. Super lucky. And I'm Angela.
I'm Jen.
And you can find me on social media, Instagram and Ravelry, as a junior bird kid.
I'm going to change all my things so they're the same, so I don't have to make things up each time. You can find me on Ravelry as J.R.Buckle and on Instagram as Jennifer_Arbuckle.
Yep.
Old school.
Yep. And, those particularly Instagram, that's my personal page. So if you want just yarn and fiber content, follow the store. If you want to just see whatever crazy stuff
exists in our lives. Or lack thereof.
Right. Yeah.
See some more children with Ange and you'll see more buildings with me.
Yeah. Yep. And other things, maybe occasionally pets. I have a whole gaggle of pets.
I have one.
That also cause chaos.
One very special orange kitty.
So, anyway, because I don't have enough going on.
Right.
So we like to start this Yarncast with our Yarncast pick. We're a mess.
In case you haven't told by the 5-minute intro.
I was going to call it Pick of the Week, and then I was like, I can't call it Pick of the Week because we don't do this podcast weekly anymore. Yeah. We used to.
We're mostly weekly, kind of.
We try really hard.
Yeah, it depends.
Jen and I both have outside of the store professional jobs, so occasionally.
Very full-time, I would say, outside of the store. So. This is
some weeks I feel
very
like it's
well-known
miracle that you and I actually see each other in person.
And that the store operates. Thank God for Ariana.
Right.
Without her, we would be in deep trouble.
Yes, we would. There would be no store. Let's just be real.
Yes.
There would be no store.
Yeah, this is the labor of love in our lives.
Yes. Yes, it is. So, back to our Yarncast pick. So the way this works is we're going to show you some yarn, and we've actually picked 3 different yarns for you.
Because why not?
Around.
We're feeling generous.
They're all what I would classify as very good sort of in-between transition yarns. So we're kind of going from that summery into more fall, a little cooler, maybe less cottons, maybe not quite ready for full-blown like heavy
maybe
wool
half
sweater.
and half, cotton and wool blended together.
So maybe we have some options for you along those lines. So our first yarn that's included in this Yarncast pick is Barocco Dulce. And this is, it's a recycled yarn. So it's one of the new recycled yarns that we have
cotton,
in the store.
Nylon, alpaca, and wool. 50% cotton, 20% nylon, 16% alpaca, 14% wool. 50 gram skeins, 175 yards.
Sorry. And that one retails for $13 a skein.
These luscious colors, sort of lovely in between colors.
It is. And actually this shawl, oh my God, I keep grabbing
it's so soft.
Her parts.
Her bum.
No. This shawl is actually made out of the Dulce.
It is.
And the pattern is called Love Your Stash, and it uses 4 different colors, but you could definitely do 2 colors. You could do it in 3 colors.
Easily. It's a really pretty little pattern.
Very.
It's a Tammy Gore pattern.
Yes. I'm just making a note because we include the pattern that the mannequin's wearing in our show notes.
So you can tell.
And we also will include links to the yarn that we're talking about. So the way this works, we have 2 more yarns to show you that are included, is we're going to give you a coupon code. And for 2 weeks from the air date of this podcast, which is going to be Friday, the 28th. I think that's that Friday. No. 29th.
29th. Hold on.
For 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Here I am.
After that, you will get 10% off online or in store with the code that we'll give you.
Which is going to be
probably
transition. I don't know. Season.
Fall. YCP.
That's
fall.
so boring.
I know, but
have we been doing YCP?
I don't know. I'm doing YCP this time.
Who owns this business?
We are all over the place today.
Sorry. Oh boy.
Yes. Okay. So our coupon code is, because why not do it in the middle before we've shown you all the yarn? Is going to be YCP fall.
We'll mention it at least 3 more
mention
times.
it again. Mm-hmm. So the other 2 lines of yarn, which are kind of the same yarn, is the Katia Concept. This is our cotton merino, and they're cotton merino tweed. So some of these are the tweed.
I have the tweeds.
And some of them are the regular. Yeah. The regulars are $11.99 a skein, and the tweeds are $12.99 a skein. So basically everything's kind of the same.
These are recycled also.
Yes, recycled cotton.
This one is 53% cotton and 22% polyester. Mm-hmm. I'm sure for the tweedy bits. Mm-hmm. Or is yours? Oh, maybe that's the. They're like that chainette sort of construction.
Yep. And then it also has to have some merino in there as well, because 53 and 22 does not equal 100.
Whatever's left. You can do your own math about that. Whatever's left is merino.
25% wool. So this is the recycled bits.
Oh.
The cotton and the polyester are recycled. The recycled content.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We can read labels.
Sustainability. That's what we're all about here, among other things.
The cotton merino is, let me find the right place, 70% cotton and 30% wool. In these 3 colors.
They're so pretty, these colors.
They're so pretty. Is this one tweed or is that regular?
It's tweed.
Oh, okay.
I can read. I can't remember what I'm supposed to read, but I.
This one's tweed too.
It is?
It is.
No, I thought I picked them. I thought there were 4 of those.
I thought there were 2, but there's appears to only be 3.
These all say tweed on them.
Which is why I asked. So
that's why we're doing this together. All of these, regardless of whether they're tweed or not.
I mean, we'll link all of them in show notes, but they're all included in the discount.
These are great. They're so soft. Both of them are. The Delta
is the yarn, not this color, but
you
this
may remember.
Yarn. You might remember that I bought a sweater's quantity worth to knit
a sweater,
a cardigan. I think it's called 3 Seasons cardigan.
Because this yarn is perfect for that.
Perfect. And then I could not find said yarn when I was ready to go cast on said sweater.
This summer you were going to do it, right?
This summer. Mm-hmm. Could not find the yarn. Okay, begs the question, how do you lose sweater's quantity worth of yarn?
I think it's possible.
It's entirely possible. I am happy to report, though, that the yarn has been found. It was like stuffed down anyway.
Under something else.
It was
in a bin.
It was in one of these baskets. I have a couple of these baskets. Mm-hmm. It was down in a project bag, stuffed in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Ready to go. Just waiting to be picked up and knit.
Kind of.
I seem to remember you saying, I'm all ready. I'm going to start the sweater this weekend. Yeah. I don't remember when that was, but it was a while ago.
Yeah. So the yarn has been found.
I think it was kind of when this came in a year or so ago.
Yeah, no, it was. Totally. Yeah.
You were going to knit a sample that might live in the store.
Maybe. Has not
I don't
happened.
know.
It's not happened.
Anyway,
not yet. Anyway,
they're beautiful yarns, all of them,
Yes.
Dolce included, and so we thought they would be a nice opportunity for someone to pick up
yes.
some beautiful yarn, 10% off, and maybe make yourself a little transition piece.
A little shrug or
As we
a
are definitely
shawl.
transitioning here between
Oh,
65 and 70-degree days and 45-degree nights.
Yep.
It's definitely, yeah.
Yep.
And on the way to work this morning, I thought to myself, oh, look, that whole tree is orange.
Yeah, it was cold. The furnace.
It's a little mixy still, but
at my office is not working.
oh,
And I'd been ignoring it because it hadn't been cold enough for me to be worried about it. But it was a little chilly today, so I finally called them and was like, "Can you come look at this?" And they're, "Oh yeah, they come on Thursday, so it's fine." Better now.
hopefully it doesn't need a part. It just needs a little.
Oh, who knows? I don't.
Parts are hard to get these days.
I know.
So.
I really hope that's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, you know.
Let's not worry about that till Thursday.
I'm not gonna think about that right now. But yeah, it's like get your furnace clean season, and people are starting to fire those up.
Yeah.
Ours has been on occasionally at my house.
Yeah, my temperature or whatever, the thermostat is set at like 60 or something, but a little bit in the mornings it's been coming on.
Yeah. My husband works at home, so it's a little higher because 60.
Yes.
My office is currently 60 degrees. It's a little chilly to be working.
To bring yourself a beautiful wool sweater to wear at work.
Well, I know, right? just wool cardigan. I should just keep one there.
I think you have one or two.
I might have a couple that I could just leave at the office for that very reason. Yeah. So we are wearing some hand knits today.
I'm wearing a finished object.
Awesome.
Yeah. Except for I think it might not be 100% finished because I think, well, it needs to be washed, but I am wearing my Cicada, whatever it is. And I do like it. The reason it might not be 100% finished is because I'm not loving this. I might have made the bind off a little tight, and so I might have to take it apart and do a little looser bind off.
That will not block out.
No, it's cotton. You can only pull so long. The only real change I made to the pattern is that rather than doing this in stockinette, this band, I did it in garter because I didn't want it to roll. Hers rolls, and I just didn't. I don't love that because then you see the inside where you seamed it and whatever. So I did it in garter stitch, and it's laying very flat, which is what I wanted to do. And but it is done in short rows, so. It's skinny at the bottom.
It's a little
and
wider
it gets wider as you go up.
That's cool.
Yeah. But otherwise it fits really well considering that I didn't swatch. I just made it.
Right.
And other than just this being a little bit out of sync with itself.
No, keep catching your bracelet on.
Oh, yeah. It does it all the time. Yeah. Anyway. So I might try and take that apart and finish it up tonight or tomorrow so that I can bring it with me on my trips to the warm country.
Nice.
Since there isn't a lot of time left here. This was made with Hawasco cotton kettle dyes in the unnatural color. I don't know why I keep trying to do that.
Undyed.
And the natural color, which is undyed. The unnatural color of white.
I mean, white is a little not natural. Like, the natural wool color is more like a yellow color. Like, has yellow undertones in it.
Yes, but cotton is undyed natural. What it's called. So, and originally I had talked about maybe doing browning it up a tiny bit, but I actually kind of I'm good with the white.
Yeah, I think that color looks nice.
It's a good neutral.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Well, I'm wearing Flexion. So
you
nice
wove in your ends.
Tank.
My ends are not. My ends are woven in. Believe it or not, they're just not cut.
Yeah, I did weave in that final end. That was in the middle of the back.
Oh, I forgot about
to my cat. All the other ends have been woven in. But stupid cat.
My cat was very helpful as I was doing this edge.
I wore this to court today, so it can be done. It's a great little.
I wear
shell.
a lot of the hand knits.
Yeah. So, super comfortable.
Awesome.
neck's not doing like weird things. Like sometimes these like cowl necks, like they start
it's a
to
really
get
gentle cowl,
droopy, and then before you know it, like you can't bend over, or you're like flashing everybody. Like this is a nice cowl.
That's why I picked that pattern originally, was because I wanted something, because I could tell it wasn't like a really droopy one, and also underneath the jacket, like the jacket will hold it up on the and it has a wide strap on the shoulders.
Yeah,
so
it's really it's decent.
Nice pattern.
It's really nice. My armholes are a little, they're
Mine got
a little
long
bigger.
too.
They might grow a little bit, but I would not anticipate necessarily wearing it by itself.
Yeah, I was debating.
I tend to not do tank tops at work, even if I don't have.
Yeah, me neither.
Court.
Unless it's 1,000 degrees and the AC is not working.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be on a meeting. If I was on a meeting with somebody, I would put like a light cardigan over it anyway. So. Less concerned really about the armholes to some extent, but
mine did that. They were fine the first time, and then they just drooped a little bit. It's cotton. Mine is cotton linen blend, so it's the same.
So anyway, so that's what I have on.
Awesome.
And so you've got that as a finished object as well. I have one that might be a finished object. I always have to have like one problem child. So
I called this a finished object, even though I'm going to take the bind off out.
Well, this one I wasn't sure if I was going to keep. So I did this wood. This is wood note. Remember, last time I was talking about the other wood note that I ended up just doing the striping on because the two colors were too close together.
Now that you see the pattern here, you can really...
you see why that wasn't going to work. So I was trying to be good, and I went into Stash, and I found this weight. And then I made it to about here with the weight, and I ran out. So I came in because I was like, oh, sure, I'll be able to match weights. How hard could it be?
Undyed natural. Right.
Not possible. We didn't have any weights. Weight. We had this, which claims it's white, which is not white.
Winter weight.
Can't remember what it's called.
Cream or winter, Oh, it's one of the Barocco ones.
It's a Barocco one. It does not have a name. So it's really white on the bottom, and then it transitions to sort of a yellow white, which works. I'm not convinced that
it's very much more noticeable. When she showed it to me before we started, I was like, I don't understand what the problem is. And then she told me, and I was like, oh, I guess now I can see it. On the screen, it does look a little bit more, but I think actually with this not tucked under.
I can't tell if it would be annoying or if it's just looks like it was done on purpose or if somebody dunked the top of their head into
it looks very purposeful at the very least. So that part is for sure. Because it's very even. It happens to be like right on the line where you would change colors. So
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just bind it off and call it good? Like gift it or keep it and just be like, whatever, I'm owning this. Because otherwise I feel like I have to rip the whole thing out and then just use this color for the whole hat and reknit it.
Oh, the cream color.
The cream.
To the green.
No, the
I was very from this angle.
It's the cream.
No. In my brain, I was like, green. Why would you?
Because that one works. It needs a lighter color with that particular yarn. Very fun.
I think whatever you decide is fine.
I don't really know. I mean, if I keep it, it's gonna be on my head, so I'm not gonna see it, so I won't ever have to look at it. But. Yeah, I don't know.
Only you can decide how much it bugs you.
I know.
That's
what do
the
you
problem.
Guys think? Would that bug you? Might.
Would you not even notice?
Probably wouldn't notice. It's probably just
especially on a head, like here where, you know what I mean?
I know.
I would try it on for you, but I can't mess up this.
I know.
This hairdo. Plus the little double points.
Oh, totally. I feel like if it's on the head, you're not even going to be able to notice.
No.
Yeah. I mean, if that's
not even from the back.
No, I mean,
where you see the whole thing more so.
I mean, if that's the case, then
she's done.
I'm done because that's just like weaving in ends.
Yeah.
And the wood note's done. This was a fun knit.
It's a nice color work pattern.
It's another Alicia Plummer pattern. Very nice color work. Not up here. There, some of the floats are longer. You have to catch the floats, but you get lots of practice down here.
Yeah.
So
Super cute. Really pretty pattern.
Yeah. I like it. I might knit some more. Different colors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Have more of the color yarn because that doesn't take very much. Like,
oh, yeah.
A ton.
You could invert it and do.
Ooh. That would be fun.
Do the white or the cream as the trees. Snowy trees.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I'll do
You probably have enough to do it that way, right?
I probably do. If not,
you can get a third color of white going.
Plan C or D.
And then you'll have more of that left. And then you'll have to...
Just like the story of my life. Matching odds and ends to make things work.
Especially for color work hats. They're a great user of little bits like that. It's just a little tricky sometimes to calibrate exactly
how much. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. I'm counting it. We're going to bind it off and...
It'll be finished by the time this comes up. That's
maybe.
my new base.
Maybe because this is the kind of pattern that'd be like, oh, it's close enough. It's just gonna go over there till I need it, and then I'll finish it. Or I need those needles because I'm gonna.
You have to take a picture for your project page before Friday.
I did that already.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, and I will say there was a part of me that when I was making the color change and knitting it, I was like, this is working better than I thought. But it was dark when I was knitting. And then the next day I was looking at it in the daylight and I was like, you're insane. Those aren't even close.
In her defense, it is very dark at 7 o'clock at night now here. And so we are into the pre-winter evening knitting where there's not enough light in the living room.
Yeah. But no, in daylight, it was very apparent that they were not. Not the same.
Not the same. Yeah.
No.
They're close. No. They're very close, though.
They're kind of close. Yeah. But I have cast on a couple of new projects in the meantime.
All right. I have some whips over here as well.
Why don't you go? I've been just chit-chatting away about my
the
hat.
Easy one, because I have a storyline for my pink sweater. But because I was sitting on a plane, this was my knitting on my plane.
Nice.
At my conference. And so I made quite a bit of progress on this, although I guess it doesn't look like it. But it's as big as it's going to get, so there's actually a lot of stitches on the needle. But you can start to really see the pattern.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah, so this is Golden Gate. And I'm doing a short sleeve version. This is going to be the sweater that I sort of pick at here and there. Although I'm going to bring it with me because it's so easy. You wouldn't think they're doing color work while you're in a meeting or a conference. But it's actually easy because the repeats are so repetitive. Yeah. It's really been easy. And it's, it's so compact. It just fits right in my little Must Love yarn bag.
That's amazing.
It's like that. I like these little wedges because it just slides right into your briefcase or whatever. So you too could have one of these if you would like. Just a little MLY shout out.
Yep.
Available on our website only.
Well, and speaking of Jennifer Steingast,
you go now. We can alternate.
Right. I cast on mine. This is Avena. And
look at how much progress you made.
Holy
know.
Cow, look,
You're such a fast knitter.
Divided for the sleeves. And
oh my God, I haven't even done that.
Now I'm only slowed down by the fact that I'm knitting off of 2 skeins of yarn.
Alternating skeins. Look at you being a good person.
I know.
But you know what? It's good that you are.
Yeah, because there's enough.
Yeah, you can definitely see some.
Yeah, it needed. It would have been.
Wow, you just blew right through the colors.
I did. I loved it.
It's beautiful. Yeah, so pretty.
There was a part when I was doing this where I wasn't quite sure about my color transitions, and so I was on the fence about whether I actually liked the way I did the color transitions. You get to choose where to do them? Yeah, because it's sort of not it's not meant to be knit with 5 different colors.
Oh, right.
It's meant to be knit with 2, maybe 2
I think it's
colors.
good. I love those. I think it looks great.
I think it looks okay. Well, because when you're looking at up close this, like you see all the minutia, but then when you hold it back, like
it's pretty.
It looks fine. So
I think it's actually fun that they transition like sort of in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of like cascades from one to the next. And I
Yeah.
did...
Because of whatever row they're on, right? So that's what's interesting.
Well, because in the pattern, it's because it's... These are on like an angle.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, do you pick up somewhere? Okay,
no,
well, anyway, that's in the pattern secrecy. But
Right. So the pattern calls for light worsted DK. So this is DK, the gray.
It's heavy. Yeah.
It's a very heavy DK.
Yeah.
And the color work colors is a light fingering. So I held them double when I did the color work.
Yeah, that's good though.
So they match.
Yeah.
And it worked out well.
Yeah. Is it a DK weight pattern?
It's for DK / heavy work or light worsted.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would also, I mean, it's knit on 5s, which sometimes makes me suspect that, like, should this really be a fingering weight sweater? I think you could also do it in fingering weight.
These are 5s, I think. Well,
yeah.
But mine is a little loose.
I knit a lot of fingering weight sweaters on 5s.
You're a tight knitter.
So
that makes sense. Yeah, so it's interesting because I'm not. And these are 5s and this is loose.
But I'm not.
Like you can see through it.
The fabric I'm getting on 5s with this DK is not bad. Yeah. I'm okay with that fabric.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's a little dense, but it's good.
It's gonna be warm. It'll be warm.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
I'm probably gonna do like
3/4.
I'm probably still gonna do like a short sleeve sweater because I can wear a long sleeve
you could
shirt
do like
underneath
just below
it.
your elbows.
Yeah, or like to right here.
Yeah. I like those elbows.
I'm gonna knit the body first and then see how much yarn I have left. I have one more full skein, so I think I will be fine if I want to knit the sleeves to below the elbows.
Yeah, those sleeves take up a shocking amount of yarn.
Yeah, sometimes they do, and sometimes you're like...
finish the body, and then you'll see where you're at with the sleeves.
Yeah. So, anyway, so just trucking right along.
Sorry.
Oh, I know. It's just... The nice thing...
It's beautiful. It looks great.
The nice thing is that this yarn is very
stitch tight or whatever. Sticky.
Yeah, so if they fall off, it's easy to pick them back up.
Yeah.
Because that's happened a couple times. So that one's coming along.
Rhinebeck, you'll be done.
Yeah, I think so.
I will not. Just level setting expectations.
Yeah.
She'll have 3 new sweaters by then. I will have 3 half-finished sweaters. Let's just be honest.
And I have enough leftovers of the color work yarn, and to make I think a hat because I have. Sorry for the crinkles. I have quite a bit actually in there. This is a leftover skein of fingering weight yarn that I knit a hat out of when we went to, can't remember, someplace. Maybe H&H a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it looks familiar.
Which I think matches pretty well with
really
these other colors. It's got some little speckles in there, but they all match. So I think I'm gonna make this Stria.
Oh, that's cute.
By Andrea Mowry, because I can use the colors for the stripes.
You'll still have some left.
I'll have plenty left because this doesn't use very much.
Yeah.
In the way of colors for color work, but
that's cute though.
Some of these ones I don't have a huge amount left.
Yeah,
like just a teeny tiny.
Because they were down towards the bottom.
Yeah, and some of the other ones I have a lot more. So.
Yeah. Awesome.
See how it goes. Hats. Love knitting hats. They go fast. They're so rewarding.
Yes. Okay, this sweater.
That sweater. Yeah, how's it going?
This sweater. Bouldering, for the record. But, oops, sorry. Called Bouldering by Kirsten Hipsky. So this sweater.
So you had to rip it. You ripped out what you had done.
I ripped out what I had done.
Yep.
And I spent an afternoon, a very pleasant afternoon on my porch, starting over. And I had convinced myself that there was something off in the description in the pattern. So I rewrote it, and then I did like maybe, I don't know, it's quick because it's on big needle. So I did like 3 or 4 inches. And so
like something's still not right.
No, so then I went and I was working on this, and I brought this with me when I was traveling, and I came back Saturday night and I looked at it, and as I was going through it, I was like, what the notes that I had made don't make sense to me. And then I looked at my stitch count and I was like, it's very evenly divided as you're working through these sections. You can see all my stitch markers. And instead of 10 stitches in one section, I had 11, which was not causing problems in the pattern per se, but it was wrong. So, third time is a charm. Saturday night, which is not always the best time to like restart something.
Start a new project.
But I had a very peaceful Saturday, and I had not been drinking at all. And
also key to sometimes solving these problems.
Yes. So once I realized that, after a little bit of swearing, I thought, well, no time like the present. I'm just going to take it out. So I took it out. This is the third time now. I'm trying to remember. I think I only started it once before, but now we're making progress. And the pattern on the side, which is what was messing up, you wouldn't think that elongated moss stitch would be that difficult. But the thing is, if you're just like doing what it says without reading your knitting, which is what I was doing the first time, there was, I don't know what happened, but when I went back and rewrote it for the third time, which is all of this down at the bottom, it turned out that the pattern was absolutely correct. But now I'm just paying more attention to the knitting. And I know where I am on my rows. And so that is going to be fine. What happened is I got all the way up, like there's another chunk or about this much maybe. And then it starts increasing out and the pattern starts spreading out and the cable spreads out. And so it gets confusing if you're not 100% sure
where you are.
Yeah. And so now I know, and I have got this pattern down.
Yay.
So anyway, and it's super fast. I mean, honestly, since Saturday night, with not a ton of knitting time since then, we're already back here. So I'm more than halfway back to where I was. And I'm going to bring it with me, but it's on big needles and I'm actually really pleased. It's really...
I love that color.
Yeah, you can, and the pattern, hasn't been blocked or anything, but you can definitely see the cables and the pattern is taking shape. So
fun.
Yeah, and this yarn is Hudson by Hudson Valley Fibers. So it's a 50% alpaca, 50% Corriedale. No, there's nothing to look at here, so I would show you.
This was the on a mission to find a particular color.
A year ago at this time.
Yes.
It's funny, too, because even with all that alpaca in there, it feels woolly, like it's soft, so it'll be cozy when it's knit up, but it's not like super soft. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not. Like, you
like
wouldn't
droopy.
touch it and be like, oh, that has alpaca.
Right, exactly. But it's soft, and when it's all put together, I think. Actually, I say put together, but of course, this is knit up the back and then around the sides. So the construction will be interesting. So I've got all my Katrinkles bits and bobs on there, including my row counter, so I can stay on top of things, even though it's a little heavy and it keeps dragging everything down. But anyway, so I'm excited to have that back in the queue and making progress. It will not be done by Rhinebeck, I don't think, but I'm pretty 100% sure Rhinebeck's only 2 weeks away, right? 3 weeks away.
3 weeks.
Who knows? Anyway.
4. I don't know. It's in October.
Right, which is unfortunately at the end of this week.
Not till Sunday.
So 23 days from now, it will not be done. So let's be honest.
I finally cast on a sock. Look at how much
it is
Woolens and Nosh.
Oh, they're great colors.
This is one of her sock club.
Is it like a summertime thing?
Let me see if I have the tag.
Oh, is this the Firefly one?
Might be. I think so. That sounds right. I don't know where the tag is.
Oh, I just remember the colors in that because, of course,
I'm pretty sure this is like the Firefly. Oh, is this it? There it is. Glowbug. It's called Glowbug. It's the August colorway for the sock.
Because it has those little white stripes, right?
Yeah.
That's where the glow bugs are nesting in the sock.
So the plan for this is I'm just going to knit down to the toe and then I will put an afterthought heel in at the end just to keep the color striping. I mean, her yarn does pretty well, and I've done a number of socks and done the heel, but I want to keep the color striping the same on the front of the foot. So we'll do Afterthought heel later. I've been trying out this fun new little thing from Lemonwood. I think that's what they're called. They it's like a little caddy.
Very pretty on the bottom. It's got
it's on this side. They have different ones. This is like a fall leaf one. So this is Lemonwood is the company that makes these, and it's meant for standing and knitting. So the little strap and this turns.
Although you could hang a hook on your light near your chair, and then
you totally could.
Hang it on.
What I've found is that if I can keep this in my bag, and if I'm not standing, I just unhook either this part or this part, and then the yarn will wind off of it. But it's super handy for standing and knitting.
It's awesome.
And it draws a lot of attention. More so than if you have like a project bag hanging off your arm, because I've done that before too. I think there's something about the yarn being exposed that people are really just, what's going on there? How do you do that? We're like,
it's magic.
Millions of hours of practice. It's millions. Pull that out a little further so you guys can see. They have just really fun like cutaways. They have a bunch of different ones. They have some seasonal ones that are out right now. I follow them on Instagram, and I keep eyeballing and I finally broke down and was like, I'm just gonna get one and see how it goes. So far so good. Fun.
It's great.
Fun little
That's fun. Oh, the stripes are
and this is just sports knitting. Standing watching games, standing watching practices, standing like all the things. Around and around and around we go.
Yes.
I'll have to decide at some point how tall I want the cuff to be and when I'm going to start the toe. Probably not too far away from starting the toe. I don't like overly tall socks. So.
Oh, I was going to say. Oh, I see what you're... if you want it to be.
Yeah. Though, I don't know, I might put it down here a little further in the blues. So I will have some more to go. But... won't take me that long.
No.
Because here we go, magic loop.
But luckily there's a second one, because you have lots of sports to go still.
Oh, yeah. There will be a second one that I have to knit. I'll put the heels in after I make the two socks. Do the heels last.
You can do them that way. You can match the colors and do what you want.
Yep.
The fun thing about self-striping with the Afterthought is you make like a little circle of color, so it's... Especially with the self-striping, it's fun.
Yeah, I'll probably use...
Are you going to use the solid color?
I'll use the solid color for the heel.
But anyway, it is fun with self-striping to make the little heels, because then they're straight.
And then I got the September one came...
What's that one called? I like the
80s
names.
Summer Mixtape.
Oh, right.
How fun is that? It's like all the colors. I would say this one is up next, but I say that every month when the yarn comes.
Yeah. Super fun.
So much fun. And speaking of Woolens and Nash,
I was just going to say, are you done with your knitting?
I am.
So we can go right into all the fun yarn we have to show you, which is quite a bit. And we have a little restock. We're going to get more, I think, when we see her in a couple weeks.
Yes.
So we did a little restock in the meantime. So we have a little pile here. That one, there's some fun colors in there.
I've made socks out of this one.
And I brought over Ariana's little pattern.
ROYGBIV-ish.
Oh, yeah, I like that one too.
It's like all the colors.
Rainbow, yeah.
Rainbow.
Percolated.
I've actually made hat out of percolated. Makes awesome hats.
Beautiful socks too, because they're kind of neutrals. I'm trying to remember all the names from helping her hang them up last
Blair,
time.
do you have my leg warmers?
Yeah.
So fun.
This is a new one, I think. Newish one, maybe.
This is the way. If you don't watch Star Wars or The Mandalorian, that will make no sense to you, but of course. We're watching Ahsoka in my house right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
I like this one too.
Hi, Ellen. Also, if you have not seen the Barbie movie, this one does not make sense.
I was going to say that's one of her new colorways.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really pretty. Look at the colors in there. It's very summery.
Very summery.
Makes me think of, I don't know.
Also,
it's got Nantucket red in there. And
very
just,
Ellen.
You know, very preppy. Yeah. It does. The greens and the reds are awesome.
April showers, which is another fun.
It's been around for a while, but it's such a great colorway. It's
I
so
knit
good.
a cowl for my child out of this one. Sushi roll. This is another.
Oh, isn't that funny? It looks different than. Oh, it's different than the other sushi, maybe. Maybe not. It looks like it has less green in it than I remember it having.
I have more than you think.
Yeah, it's probably tucked in there. But yeah.
Sushi roll.
And then another. We have a couple of these, of each of these sock kits.
And this one is.
I love that one too.
Why?
Party, right? You did that one.
I did. And
Summer Party?
Summer by the Lake, I think is what it's called.
Something like that.
By the lakeside, Summer by the Lake. Oh, yeah. Summer by the Lake.
Yep. From a hieroglyphic thing in there. So our store manager, Ariana, has been puzzling over this pattern for a while and thinking about it and trying to find a way to use self-striping sock yarn in an interesting and creative way. So she made these super cute mitts. I love them. This isn't Fancy Smashy Pumpkins, which we do not have in stock, but there's another really good one. So and it is called Pumpkin Patch Mitts. So it's available on Ravelry. So check it out if you're looking. It's a great, I think also it doesn't use very much. So if you make a pair of socks and you have some leftovers, you could make some matching mitts, or you could make some gift mitts.
Yes.
And have some socks and some mitts.
Right? I mean, maybe I'll use the leftovers of Glow Bug for that.
They're really comfy, I have to say. They fit nicely. The thumb it's good.
Plus garter stitch.
Yeah, right. Sort of easy peasy, but
squishy.
It's nice proportions and cozy on your hands.
Yes. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Super fun. And we have
lots of new yarn today.
Some new yarns to show.
We have so Marisol has a new yarn called Mismi, M-I-S-M-I, and it is these luscious alpacas. 80%, 100% baby alpaca. I can't tell you how soft this is. It's just ridiculous. We have 4 colors. I'm so in love with this blue and green. Shocking, I know. But
those aren't your color palette at all.
It's just, and it's so soft. One of our folks in our store here was knitting a pressed flowers cowl. Has not been joined, obviously, but it just is
like it's gorgeous,
perfect for this. And you can sort of see. I think it's paired with this one is paired with a solid. I forget what the other yarn was. It's up front, but anyway, just really shows off the yarn, and it is so
soft,
and cozy. It's crazy. Yeah. So this one I think is with this guy.
Yep.
Highly recommend.
Yeah.
And then this guy.
And then we have, this is from Blue Sky Fibers. This is Skyland. So it's a DK weight. It is a wool alpaca silk blend.
Lovely.
Right?
Yeah. We have this. You can see the stitch definition. It's very soft, and it has a lovely drape. But the stitch definition is amazing.
And it's got that gorgeous sheen to it because of the silk.
Gorgeous silk sheen.
So beautiful. So this is 100 gram skeins, 210 yards per skein.
Yeah, it's funny because it's a DK weight technically, but it's essentially like a light worsted. Yeah, I was going to say. And if you're curious, this is a really cute little bandana cowl that the elves in our store put together.
I know, we have lots of
Thank
knitting
God.
elves.
It's called Sonatine by D. O'Keefe, Sonatine. And it's really cute. It has that really pretty lace pattern, but super fast little knit.
Nice.
And it has that, it's just kind of a nice shape. You can see it just sort of, it's really cute. I might have to make one of these. And I think it's nice because it, it's 2 colors. You could easily, this could be a scrap and this could be
or that could be like a cashmere or
yeah, it's so soft. It really is really soft.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's 40% wool, 30% alpaca, and 30% silk.
Really lovely.
Also be really warm,
yeah,
like deceptively warm, because silk is incredibly warm. I think it's actually warmer than wool. Or
It kind of depends because it has that luster to it, so it kind of feels more slippery, so it's not quite as cozy. I love silk and everything, as you perhaps remember from every single project I've ever made.
A wool silk blend all day, and I'm like, give me the things.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
So I'm like, what can I make out of this?
I know. Yeah, we have a lot of these just great classic colors.
Yeah.
Like all Blue Sky, they do really perfect colors.
Gorgeous.
I feel like. I'm not sure these are on our website, but they were so cute. I just felt like I should give them a shout out. We have
Fun
these little
bowls
that are made by a local person here. A couple different sizes. They are
recycled cotton.
And naturally dyed. So it's made by Jackie Reno at vanreno_textiles or vanrenovermont.com.
So this is, buckthorn. This pink is madder. This gray is acorn. This is indigo.
This is acorn, iron, and pine cone. It's interesting, right? I'm curious about this one with all the pretty colors in it. Indigo, hibiscus, iron, and marigold. Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like those colors. Oops, very clumsy today. Very pretty. So if you're local, stop in, and or if you're not, check her out and see what she's got to offer. She's a local crafter for us, obviously.
Which we'd love to have in. And particularly with fun little things, right? Because who doesn't love to have a little bowl next to... You could, this could even sit like a skein of yarn and you could put your project in and then it's like right there. Or a yarn hat.
Sorry.
A yarn bowl hat.
I couldn't stand it.
Right?
It does not fit.
Channeling her and try the larger one.
I think that'll be, I'm going to just guess that's a little too large for me. Yeah. It's quite a fashion statement.
Right.
Oh dear. Anyway, they're really pretty.
Come back and visit us anytime where we try to turn anything into a hat.
Right. Not necessary, but we do it anyways.
Yes. For funsies.
That's right.
Why not?
That's right. All right. So what else do we have to talk about?
Mighty.
Right.
Mighty.
Mighty.
This is really just for our local viewers. There is a local company that started. It's called Mighty. It's MYTI. And it's sort of the Vermont alternative to Amazon. And it's a way to order products and have them delivered to you.
From local purveyors.
And so we've decided to join the Mighty network. So you can actually buy our products through Mighty if you would like.
Anything that we have
in our online store. You can get from them.
And they'll come pick it up.
And take it to you.
Yeah. Pretty.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah.
But they have, they're growing. They have a number of other local companies. So check them out. We love to support local. And... for me, having to go to multiple places to find the things here locally versus going to just Amazon and ordering stuff, I am guilty of it. But now if I can go to Mighty, see what they have, and maybe I can do my shopping there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, and it's
or at least look there first before. Yeah.
It's MYTI is the company name. We'll make sure we throw a link in the in the show notes so you can take a look at it and see what other companies are there. And if you shop someplace locally and they're not on Mighty, encourage them to get on.
Yeah.
It's not a huge burden for the local company.
I don't think it cost us anything, right?
It cost us a little bit, but not...
Okay. I thought it was maybe just... I mean, obviously they're doing something, so there's a small delivery fee.
Yeah.
But it's like shipping. I mean, you'd be paying shipping from Amazon or anyone else.
Little tiny piece.
And I would maybe mention that Amazon Prime is not just 2 days anymore.
Oh, no.
Just for the record.
That's awful. But
I sometimes wonder.
Unfortunately, it's like the place where you can literally get anything.
I know.
So check them out. And, again, if you have a favorite local retailer here in Vermont and they're not involved with Mighty, connect them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like to do what we can.
Support local.
Right. Yeah. I try really hard to shop locally. I mean, I do order from Amazon, but and there are days certainly where I just don't have the energy to go, or I'm not in town because I'm gone a lot, or, and so I have to remind myself to look as well.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes my window for doing shopping stuff is like in the evenings.
Right.
So if you're not online,
not
happening.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Right, because if I can't make it there before you close at 5:30 or 6, when I leave my office at 5:30 or 6.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little tricky sometimes. So
yes. So anyway, so Mighty, check them out.
So as mentioned at various points in this broadcast, we're going to be at Rhinebeck Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
We will be at Wool and Folk with our friend Miss Michelle.
Thursday night and Friday.
Helping her in her booth. She seems to feel like we're helpful. I don't quite know why.
You know what?
She invited us back. So.
She keeps inviting us back. We take that as a positive.
I still don't understand it, but I'm not going to argue about it.
Chop the dead weight, which is Jen and I.
Right.
Provide comic relief. I don't know.
Thank
you, Michelle. We appreciate the vote of confidence.
And we're very excited to come help you again. Yes, indeed. So, because we're going to help her, we won't be at some of the other whoop-de-doo, 53 other yarn exploration sites that are available that weekend. But that's where we'll be. So please come see us and Michelle.
Yes.
For sure.
Buy some of her
we all
awesome
know,
yarn.
really, that you're coming to see her. But we'll take a small shout out while you're there.
We'll wave.
Right.
And not act too weird.
Let's not make promises we can't keep.
Okay.
But then at Rhinebeck, we'll be around all day on Saturday and probably
try not to get into trouble because I have no more room for yarn in my house.
Oh my God,
None.
honestly, right here. I'm just knitting the sweater that I bought the yarn for last year that I was so anxious about.
Me too.
Yeah, hers will be done, however.
So it can be replaced. Does that mean I have made room?
True. That's true. Right. That's why I'm caking up this yarn tonight. I had one done, but I was doing some more because it takes up less space when it's caked than it does when it's in its little skeins. But
that's true.
Other than that, I think we have a couple make-along, craft-alongs. I don't know.
And I know we've been promising for a while, but we are in the final budgeting stages for the retreat. We will be making those announcements as to the cost and open up registration probably in October. I mean, at the rate we're going, being realistic. And again, those dates are March 21st to March 24th, 2024 here in the great state of Vermont. So come join us, hang out for the weekend.
In the greater Burlington area.
The greater Burlington area. We have a very interesting lineup that we're putting together for you with some classes and some other events and some just fiber related things.
They're all yarn related.
They're all yarn.
They're not all knitting or crochet.
Adjacent.
Excuse me.
But the idea was to have some fun things, have some different things.
And at the end of the day, what we sell is yarn. So.
Right.
We think if it's related to yarn,
it's close enough.
And if there are things that we would like to know about, someone else might too.
Yes.
Hopefully 30 of you.
But the idea is we call this unwind. because it's time to just come and spend with your other fiber folks and
reconnect
to relax
with some, meet some new friends.
Yeah.
And honestly, it really makes my heart happy when I see online folks that came to the first retreat, and I know they're still communicating because I can see it on social media.
Yeah.
So
or
it's really,
I see them at Rhinebeck, and you immediately are, you know,
it's awesome.
hanging out, or they come visit us at the store, or you know.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward. We would want all those people to come back, and maybe a few new ones.
Yes,
That would be great.
Be amazing.
Yeah.
We do keep it on the small side because the idea is for it to be
Intentionally, yeah.
you know, a small group, more intimate.
This is not, you know, Vogue Knitting Live with 250 people or whatever, or 8,000 people.
No.
This is an intimate event.
This is spend the weekend and find out that
With
Angela
friends.
really does have that quirky sense of humor. That's just a little bit off. So, you know, yes.
Yes, the things you will learn about us.
Yes.
Is that we're really not that different from where we are.
No, it's true. No.
Particularly today.
Oh, yeah. This is like, we're spot on. Too.
Yeah.
Spot on. But yeah, it's in sort of the final, there's a few, like I'm waiting for a couple more things for budgeting purposes. And then
I gave her 53 variations on a logo for her to decide.
Yeah, we need to get that squared away too. So, you know, like those little details. But I would say look for that in October.
Yeah.
And I think maybe what we would do is open up registration to our email list first. So if you needed some motivation to get on the email list, maybe this is it. So you have
do a special announcement.
First crack announcement that registration's live through that email list. So
yeah. And then secondly through the podcast, Yarncast. And then, you know,
just in general, whatever, Instagram and normal social media channels. So we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of planning because I need one more thing to do. Stay for the outtakes and you can hear me talk about PTO and other stuff because clearly.
Once you volunteer, you're a volunteer for life. That's the problem.
Or until my child graduates from elementary school.
Well, I didn't mean PTO. I just meant that in my experience, if you start volunteering while you're young, you'll just always be volunteering for something. Yeah. All the travel that I've been doing lately for that or the other organization is all volunteer time. Yeah. I don't get paid for any of it. So
yes, I have another position that's similar to that. There doesn't involve travel time, but that is in my professional career. And I don't even talk about that on here. So, you know, that's in the mix too.
Right.
Sit on a board. You know, there's like lots of things happening.
Yes. As I said, once you volunteer, you're always
occasionally, you know, if Jen and I come in and we're looking a little like
bedraggled.
There's just
your stuff behind the scenes here.
And so
and by the way, we also
can't even talk about.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah, I'm also a yarn store. So, you know. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yes. So thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. I love the comments. Comments are great.
And I read them about once a month. To be honest,
I see them as they're made.
Yeah.
Because they come into my email. But I don't always have a chance to go respond to them in a timely fashion. But they are getting read. Ones that need a response, that's a question. We try to get to those a lot faster. But
I'm also very bad at Ravelry. But I will say this. I did go on yesterday because I was making signs for some stuff in the store. Ooh. Oh, goodness gracious. It's very spooky now.
Very dark.
Did we mention that it gets dark at 7 o'clock?
Yeah,
not quite.
Like 6:30.
It's only 6:30, but in 20 minutes it will be dark.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was on looking at all the posts on our different knit-alongs and all that kind of stuff. So I just recommend also to join us over there because it's good. And there's some. There's good. I bookmarked at least 4 patterns while I was looking at things over there. So just saying. Okay. And we do have 2 active, 3.
Yes, we have the Colors of Fall Cal, which is the color work along. So that's anything color work. It could have been a hat, could be a sweater.
Which clearly she'll finish. And I will not.
Be a cowl. It could be knits. It could anything. If it's color work,
Pressed flowers.
that would count.
There's like 50 different variations of what you can do with this pattern
Yeah.
out there, so choose one.
Totally.
Yeah.
That runs through the end of October, which you know what that means is that, well, it started at the beginning of September, so it's 2 months. I probably will pick a prize as a Rhinebeck. Because that's
You know,
what I
I've
do
tried several
sometimes.
times to go and buy souvenirs, and it's not been open. I'll have to look again.
No, it's not open.
Not
They
even
keep
yet.
pushing the little banners like, this will be open in late September. I'm like, are you going to get all this stuff done before Rhinebeck?
Late September, I got news for you. It's
Like late September. So, anyway, but yes, we...
diverge again. Colors of Fall. Color work
And
catalog.
if you know us at all, it probably will get pushed out further. It's currently set for the end of
entirely
October,
possible.
but
That's Halloween. Ange will be busy that weekend.
I will be busy.
I'm sure. You have children. so-
I might also have plans for my own Halloween costume,
Oh,
which
all right. There'll be pictures. I
there
can't
will be
wait to see them.
pictures. Yes.
And then we have our yarn crafters fiber gathering knit group / craft group
Shawl
crochet. They're doing a shawl knit along. You have to be part of our group in order to participate, either here in the store or online. We have both. I did update our Ravelry post about that because
Awesome.
I suddenly realized it was a little out of date. The number, anyone who's tried to access the group from that number
No,
would not be getting it. It's all right. It's all fixed. So for those of you that are hearing it for the first time and would like to join our online knitting groups, Wednesdays from 5 to 7,
And
or Sundays from 1 to 3, or our in-person groups, which are at the same time, please come join us. We have a great group. Super
In both
fun.
places.
Yeah.
Yep. Both in person and online.
Yep, there's some overlap between them, and there's also people who just do one or the other. As always, just a note, they're not staffed.
Yeah.
So they're just a group of awesome people getting
And
together
we
to
just
talk about
host-
yarn-related crafts.
And we host it through our Zoom account. So
Right. So we're not always present. We're mostly present, but not always.
Yep.
So anyway, but they're a great group of people. And so they're doing this knit along, so check that out.
nice.
And I think we still have Seasons of Vermont open as well. even though
We
we're
do.
done.
I took that one off because
Yeah.
it's paused for now,
Yeah.
but we may open it back up. So
Yeah. I think that's all the things. I feel like there's a million
There's
things, but
probably
I think it's
something we
just because
forgot,
there's
but I
so
think-
much in my brain
yeah.
right now that it's
And we'll check calendars and see. It might be after Rhinebeck before we can get back to
Monday
you
of
guys
Rhinebeck week.
again.
Yeah.
I have to check my calendar. It's been shifting quite a bit lately, so I may not be able to.
Okay. Well, we'll have lots to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
After next Monday, I'm good to go
Okay. All right.
so far.
Well, we'll double check and see where we are.
Yeah. But you don't need to know about that.
Right.
It'll be a surprise. We'll come back at some point.
Yeah. We will. But yeah, we probably
But
should
you
do
could
it
see
that
us in
Monday
person. Yeah.
of Rhinebeck because I don't think I can do the following. Anyway, we'll
Yeah.
talk offline. Sorry, this
Yeah,
is normal.
and
for
one
us.
tiny other event. I knew there was another event. Vermont Sheep and Wool
Yes.
is this weekend.
Yes.
I, of course, will be not here, but I don't know if you probably don't have time to go. to that,
I don't know. I'll check the calendar. I might. If I do, it would be on Sunday.
and I would just mention, I did see this posted. So Kelly will be, she has some of her yarn, and she's going to be in
Awesome.
Tammy's booth, I think.
Awesome.
So if you can't, if you get a chance, make sure you go look for her and
Nice.
see what she's got. She might even have a sheep with her. I know. I don't know.
Be fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah, that might be really it.
Okay.
I've emptied my brain.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. We'll see
We'll
y'all
see you
soon.
hopefully at Rhinebeck.
Yes. Bye.
All right.
Hi.
Hi. I haven't seen you for a couple weeks, like
Yeah,
three to
three.
be exact.
3 weeks. Yes, to be exact.
Yeah, it's but it's good that we switched to this week
Yeah, I'm okay with
because
it.
I'm gone next week, so
Yeah, we wouldn't have been
we
able
would
to
have
anyway.
missed anyway. So
Yeah.
yes,
And
our
next-
adoring public can
I know.
are very considerate of our skipping around on them.
Next week I wouldn't have been able to either because there's too many sports things, and my husband has a meeting for committee he can't miss. And
is that what happened last week too?
Last week was too many moving pieces between games and practices, and the similar thing is happening tonight, but my husband...
You said to your husband, I got plans, buddy.
Yeah. So he's just having to manage getting the kids where they need to be. Though I offered to reach out to find rides for people, and he was like, "Oh no, I got it." So I was like, "Okay,
all right, off I go.
All right,
See ya."
See ya. And last week was the first soccer game of the season, so I kind of didn't want to miss that.
You're a good mom.
So,
which we've established before, but it's worth repeating every now and then.
So I, lots of standing knitting time at all, if you saw Instagram.
Yes.
Almost all of that was from Saturday.
Yeah, that's funny.
Everywhere on Saturday.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I had a very lazy day, as I often do.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Having had a very busy weekend the weekend before, so. I was at my first trip to California.
Yeah.
So
was this
San
the
Diego.
trip that's was followed?
No, this is coming this week, Wednesday. So last week, whatever that weekend was, I went to San Diego on Thursday and came home on Sunday. And once before, it was very cloudy in San Diego, and it was not particularly warm. So the 75 and sunny, of the 4 times I've been there, I'm 2 for 2. Ugh. So, I don't know what's happening. But the other time was a long time ago, and it actually rained the whole time I was there, which is also very strange.
What?
Yes, I was looking forward to 75 and sunny. Not that I was outdoors much, but it would have been pleasant.
I mean, it was kind of 75 and sunny last week here.
It was the most, I missed that beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
Although I came home, and as I flew in at 7 o'clock, I was on the west side of the plane looking over the Adirondacks and the lake. So
it was a nice sunset.
Beautiful pictures from that. But yes, and then now this week I'm leaving on Wednesday, and I will, after many segments, will end up in Monterey, and I'll be there until Sunday, at which point I fly to Dallas, and then I'll be there in Fort Worth actually until Wednesday when I get to come home again. So and then I have a week and a half before we go to 2 weeks. Is that right? No, a week and a half, right? Yeah. No, 2 weeks. Sorry, I've lost track.
Yeah,
it's the third weekend, right? It's confusing me.
It's the third. Rhinebeck's the third
because it feels late because it's normally in the teens, not the
20s.
On the 20s. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Which is exciting because that trip is getting exciting. We have all kinds of things to do.
Things keep getting added to the itinerary every time I turn around.
And they're all fun things, so
amazing.
I'm excited about that.
So it's going to be fun.
I haven't actually read any of those descriptions that Michelle sent. So.
I've looked at them.
I glanced through one thing, but...
I'm game.
Yeah. I'm still not 100% sure I've got the schedule or the location for Woolen Folk down, but I'll figure that out.
That's a moving target right now.
It does seem to be, right?
It's changing.
Again? No. It's changed.
It has changed.
Just changed.
Just changed.
My plan is to get through, as I've said a couple times, I'm 1 week at a time right now, get through my trip.
Me too.
And then I'll focus on it.
Me too. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. That's the last of the trips.
Yeah.
So it'll be,
It's been a couple of weeks. I mean, we are back in school, all in.
All the sicknesses.
Not that so much.
My niece has had a cold already, which she has translated to my sister. So
we have not had that, but we've got sports stuff.
Yeah.
Scout stuff. I am on PTO, so PTO stuff, it's...
Just say no to PTO.
No, our PTO is cool.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, probably want to... We're a fun PTO. We're laid back. In fact, there was a long discussion about whether we thought we could include alcohol in our recent silent auction, and we were told no by the principal, but we thought that it was a good idea. So
if you want money, like you're trying to get people to...
That's the kind of PTO we are. We are like booze first. Like
Right. If you want people to donate money, you got to make the prizes worth donating.
Yeah. Yeah, I might or might not have volunteered to organize the entire silent auction that was held last week. So
that's done.
That's done. Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I am.
That's all I have to
Yes,
say.
I am. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though, you know what's amazing? If you send
You just
letters,
do it, right? You just
you
get it
send
done.
letters out to places, and it's an organization by the PTO.
Mm-hmm.
I was amazed at the number of things that just were mailed back. Or, you know, we got a couple emails like, hey, we have stuff if you want to come pick it up. Like, that was more, but like gift certificates and stuff. They just kept showing up at the school. Like,
Yeah.
it was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
People are very generous and support organizations.
Yeah,
That didn't even
it's
take
easy.
like going to like walking in or like having conversations or
Yeah.
picking up the phone. This was just letters.
It's easy though. Like you make it easy by doing that because
That's
it's
true.
It's you know it's not that hard, and you can be supportive of your
And
community.
we thank Must Love Yarn for their donation to the PTO auction.
Awesome. I somehow missed that thank you note, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
We haven't done the thank you notes yet.
Oh, right. You're writing one. Dear Angela.
Dear Must
From
Love
Angela,
Yarn.
chair of the PTO.
Love Angela. I'm the treasurer, actually.
Whatever.
I'm in charge of the money.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Seems to be where I land. In
Yeah.
pretty much every business I run.
It is a key element of every business, as it turns out.
Yes, it is.
More so than would be nice. It would be nice if it was less of an element, but it is what it is. So
So we had that stuff. Abigail and I went to the Flynn Saturday night to see Cinderella the ballet.
oh, that must have
That
been
was
fun.
fun. It's the World Ballet Theater was here. She wanted to know when the singing and dancing was going to start, and I was like, "Oh, that's
The
a
dancing
musical."
has actually started.
She's like, "When are they going to talk?" I'm like, it's ballet. There's no talking. She seemed perplexed, but she enjoyed it. She was like, "It was good. It was fun." So
it's a good experience to try something new.
Yeah.
Some new art form.
We we did see the Nutcracker last December.
Right. There's more music in that. Well, I mean, I suppose the music would be the same. Did they not sing in Cinderella?
No.
Oh, because in the Nutcracker.
No, there's no singing in
just
the ballet.
music.
Yeah.
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 Right.
But
Maybe
in the
modern
intervening time frame, we have seen Shrek the musical. We have seen Hamilton the musical. We have, so we've been to some other ones that have
She's
a little
like,
more.
theater equals songs.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but that's fine. We're our local middle high school fall production is Cinderella as a musical. So I think we're going to go to that as well.
I'm sure it'll be slightly different.
Oh yeah, apparently the story is different. It's like the stepsisters aren't apparently mean, and like the mom's not evil, or the stepmom's not evil. It's like
is there a story? Like, what's the plot?
Gentler Cinderella? I don't know.
Of course, I don't
know.
It's the 2023 edition.
I'm sure it'll be funny though, because usually when
hope.
they do those, when they make those changes, they usually put more humor into. I don't know. Well, I'm sure it's entertaining. I mean, this school has really high level performances that they do. They did Mean Girls last spring. That was amazing.
It's ironic, really, that they did Mean Girls, but they took the mean out of Cinderella.
Right. I mean, I think it comes by whatever
I'm just saying.
But no, I know. Mean Girls, but no Mean Cinderella. I don't know. I will report back after we go see
the Cinderella story is pretty well established.
I know.
I guess it's probably just a romance sense.
I mean, unless they modernized it, like it maybe is like a modern version of like, I don't know. I'll share after we watch it. I don't know.
We should probably not speculate on how they could change it to make it more modern.
I know.
That would be a whole podcast all by itself.
Oh, and Abigail and I have tickets to go. She's my like go places girl. Like she wants to go see all the things. We have tickets to go see Taylor Swift, the concert movie, when it comes to Essex. Oh, I know. If it was the actual concert, I would have been like,
right. Yes.
Though I am feeling much better about spending like $30 for 2 tickets to go watch it as a
$150
movie
each. Right.
instead of whatever her tickets are going for right now, assuming you can
more.
even get them, which is not likely.
No. I think my sister tried a little bit this summer.
Yeah, and I looked when they released the Canadian tour because I was like, oh, I could go to Canada.
Yeah.
I'll drive to Canada.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
No.
Not if you can't get tickets.
No. 20 minutes after the posting.
Right. Yeah. So I will go watch it at the movie theater in surround sound. Probably best seats in the house because where they filmed it from is like right up on the stage.
Right.
So
right.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Should be fun.
That's right before we go to Rhinebeck.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
That's funny. I'm all work.
I get a lot of work too. Just, trying to fit in some fun
it's
stuff
good to
here.
fit the fun stuff in. I'm not very good at that lately, but it's all right. These trips are fun. I shouldn't make it sound like they're not fun. They are, but they're also work.
Right.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
I like to fly, so there's that.
I do too. I don't do as much now. COVID really shut that down.
Mm-hmm.
Though.
Yeah.
I think
for me as well. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
I used to be on a plane every other week.
I mean, everybody's transitioned to like these virtual meetings now.
They're starting to come back a little bit in my world.
There is no substitute for in-person connections and in-person meetings.
Yeah, we got an RFP yesterday, Friday actually, but I was looking at it today and they're like, most of the meetings will be in person. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we're probably not going to pursue it anyways, but not because of that.
But I mean, there's that missing component because there are communications that happen prior to the meeting starting, after the meeting's over. And a lot of it's just that like chit-chatty, like, but that's where you connect with people and that's where you make those
where you talk about what you did over the weekend or, where you went on vacation or what your kids did. And, if you don't have that, no one does that on Zoom or Teams. God, no. Like, it's just like,
it's just on, meeting, done, everybody leaves, signs off.
People are just sitting there doing whatever they're doing until someone says something to get the meeting started, and it's just empty boxes. I made my employees a long time ago. I told them they have to turn their screens on, and which most of them do not. But, it's because it's that, and then in the meeting, there's no body language.
Right.
Like people, I think those skills are like lost for a whole generation of people that don't, On the other hand, their technical skills far exceed mine. So there's that.
Some balance there.
Right, yes. On this last trip, I finally figured out how to actually sync my headphones with my laptop. I don't really need it. I've been fine before, but it was very handy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, but I figured out how to sync them with the airplane so that I could watch the movie with my own headphones on, which are noise canceling, rather than the other ones.
Yeah.
So that was exciting.
That's exciting.
Speaking of which, I did watch 2 movies. I watched 2 movies on the way back from California. So I watched, they're going to go right out of my head. There was one with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, You Hurt My Feelings. It's like a little indie film, I think. It was good. Maybe not the best movie she's ever made, but it was good and it was entertaining. And what was the second one that I watched? More mainstream movie. Isn't that funny? I cannot remember for the life of me. It's going to bug me. But anyway, in the meantime, I've also finished watching Schitt's Creek. I did the entire series very quickly because it's short. And now I'm in the middle of Ted Lasso, which I had not watched. But my phone came with 3 months of Apple TV free.
See, there you go.
So I'm experimenting with Apple TV so that I can get my money's worth, which is nothing for 3 months.
Right.
And by then I'll be hooked on some show that I cannot stand to not watch the end of, probably. But,
So you make sure you finish it for 3 months.
Exactly. So Ted Lasso, I'm probably halfway through because it's a really short 3-season series. But it's very good. And I have to say, I've heard all the hype and I was like, I don't know, how good could it really be? It's pretty good. Pretty funny. I must say. The characters are appealing, yes, and quirky, which I like.
I've been watching The Witcher on Netflix.
That sounds scary.
It's definitely fantasy, like magic and.
Oh, that sounds
things.
all right.
Yeah,
it's not like
kind of gory.
Oh,
there's lots of fighting.
I don't mind fighting. I do watch a lot of
monster
crime
killing.
Oh,
monster killing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they nasty monsters?
Yeah.
Maybe that's all right.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, I watched the first 2 seasons like a while ago, and the 3rd season came out. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and I just hadn't. But then I had to go back and watch season 1 and 2 because I was like, "What? I didn't even remember what's happening."
Well, also because there's nothing else to watch right now.
Oh, there's that too.
Although the writer's strike is over, so there's light at the end of that tunnel.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I have several big trips, so I'll probably watch another 4 or 5 movies over the course of the next weekend. So we'll see. Different airline too, so there's
there you go.
More
Even
choices.
better.
Right, exactly.
Different options.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
By the time this writer's strike and actor's strike is completely over, I will be caught up with the rest of humanity. And I'll no longer be very far behind.
I know. There is definitely a hole. Like, there is probably like a 5 to 6 year gap in my TV watching, movie watching from when William was young. And if there's something like that people are, aware of and talking about, all I have to do is ask when it came out, and it's almost always in that window.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm making a list of series to catch up on, though. So if you have some suggestions, Yellowstone is on my list. I've not watched that, and I've heard really good things about that. So feel free to drop some comments down below, people, and tell me what I should watch. I don't have all of the things, but I have a couple.
I usually find somebody is like, "Oh, you should watch it." I'm like, "What's it on?" And it's like on Hulu or Apple TV, and I'm like, "Oh, those are like the 2 I don't have."
Yes. I only have it briefly. So I am going to watch that series that's on Apple TV with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon working something or other. So anyway, I like them both. So I think it probably would be good. I think it's a newspaper related.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Yeah. Should we get our show on?
Sure.
Probably. Lots of chit chat. People seem to like the chit chat, so I think
sometimes it's probably interesting. Other times it's probably highly
like,
annoying.
Oh my gosh, these guys do the same thing all the time. Kid stuff, kid movies.
Right. Television, knitting. I mean, really.
Some gardening.
I have been reading. I'm a big mystery reader, and so I go through I have Kindle Unlimited, so it's all like, up next, you should read blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And so if you read one knitting mystery, then suddenly there's like 35 series that are lined up in front of you. But so I read a couple, and now I'm in the midst of Notorious, which is the 13-book so far series about a knitting store owner.
Oh.
Also, fake detective.
Interesting. Maybe I should check that out.
Yes.
I also have Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
I tend to read a lot of garbage.
Yes, as do I.
It's free, and
I read all the mysteries.
Again, doesn't matter.
They're entertaining, and they keep me
paying for the subscription, whether I read
exactly.
high literature or whether I read garbage.
Yeah,
so
I have quite a list of mysteries that I could recommend.
Sometimes I just need a break.
Yeah, this is
a brain break at the end of the day.
I do like real serious mysteries and the sort of deeper ones, but I do read a lot of the very cozy ones because they're just mindless entertainment, distraction.
Speaking of mysteries, what I got sucked back into, because again I hadn't watched the 3rd or 4th season, was Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime.
I have not watched that.
I enjoy it a lot. It's got that spy very
Is it Tom Cruise? No.
Oh no, it's John Kranowski.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah,
write that down.
Yeah, Jack Ryan, based on the Tom Clancy series.
Yeah.
So CIA spy stuff.
That's right. Where's my list of television shows?
Oh no, it's not working.
Uh-oh. You didn't stretch quite far enough.
It's not stretch far enough. But really sort of well done.
I like that kind of
spy
stuff.
who did it.
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, I think I've connected the dots, and maybe you've gotten a couple of them, but you always miss like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend that.
All
one.
right.
Fun series. So, yeah.
We'll see. Also, the benefits of streaming, which I've also mastered in the last year or so that you can actually watch from the very beginning.
Yes, that's also real nice
I
to
like
watch
to know the whole
story in order.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very fun.
Yes.
So,
All right.
Okay.
That
now,
small
sorry.
divergence.